Hello everybody, my name is Iceface. Today I wanted to show you one of the runs I did in a Retribution, soloing a T3 electrical. Now, I wanted to give you some thoughts on what I was doing in the different waves and how I was thinking how to combat them. You'll see here in the end, it didn't end exactly how I expected it to be, but this video still shows how powerful the Retribution is for doing Frigate Abyss and how it can actually kill many of the waves in T3 electricals with quite a lot of big ease. Now this Retribution is based on using beam lasers to kite and keep it distance with its MWD. The dual reps give it crazy amounts of EHP per second repping, and because it's electrical, everything is cap stable. Now you can see here in this wave, I'm kiting stuff with in Damavix as by using long-range ammo. The Retribution gets an innate bonus to laser optimal range, which is really good because it's so easy to kite. Aurora that I'm using right now gives you like about 45 kilometer optimal, which is crazy. Like that's just at the edge of our targeting range as well, so we can kite so well. These Damavix are quite dangerous because they obviously are really fast, so it can catch up to you. I'm getting used to that a bit, but it's not that difficult since there are no anchoring Damavix on the grid, so they can't tackle me down. So I'm just keeping range and just shooting them, and it's pretty easy. One thing that's really nice about using the Retribution is it uses lasers. And because it uses lasers and not missiles or drones, you can lead enemy ships to automata suppressors. And if you're against rogue drones like I am now, then they're getting all wrecked, and while you can still apply full DPS. It's really nice. You can just see that I've got so little HP with me hardly having to do anything. I just like almost one or two shot them with my lasers. Really handy to speed up time. You want to be really careful for Vedmax because they can do a lot of damage, as you'll see here. Like you have to really keep your range. If you're taking a lot of heat, keep your distance from them so that their disintegrators deactivate. That's exactly what I was talking about, that they're doing a lot of damage, almost one-shotted our shields. So you just keep your range from the Vedmax if it gets too hot, so then you can make their disintegrators turn off, and then their spool up will reset, which is really good to mitigate damage. Now the loot in T3 electricals as frigate is pretty decent. You'll see here I get quite a bit of loot from this can. I think it was like 17 million. Yep, 17 million from just that one can right there. That's really nice loot. This wave here is a sleeper wave, and that's really easy. They hardly do any damage, and it's so easy to kite them. And you can just keep a range, blast them with Aurora, or even standard if you want to get a bit cocky, you know. The standard ammo range is about 25 kilometers. Well, I have almost max skills. If you want to play safe, you can just use the Aurora, and it's just so easy. You can even go in the automatic suppressors, which I told you about before. They won't do damage to the enemy ships, but the sleeper cruisers use missiles, and the automatic suppressors will shoot down the missiles, which will mitigate also the damage that they apply to you even more. So this wave is just dead easy. Hardly any thought has to be put into it. Just keep your range, kite them, and you'll be good in the sleeper waves. The loot here was not that great, only 6 million in this can. Let's see what we get in the third one. Now here's the third wave, and this is by far the most dangerous wave you can get if you are in Retribution in the Abyss. And in fact, it's a really dangerous wave for most frigates in the Abyss that are using MWDs at least, because this is the anchoring Damavik wave, and these guys are going to catch up to you, they're going to hold you in place, and then the Vedmax will be able to apply crazy amounts of DPS to you. It's a really difficult wave, and you can see here it doesn't exactly go how I expected it to be. I'm trying to kite here, and I'm a bit surprised I was not able to kite, because in my Purifier runs I'm usually able to kite them, but I feel like it's because I'm trying to gain a bit of transversal to be able to apply my damage properly, because you don't have to think so much about transversal when you're using a Purifier. So get one of the Damavix down, trying to get the rest of the anchoring Damavix, but it doesn't seem to be going fast enough, and you can see here we're taking quite a bit of damage. So I have to overheat a bit, and you'll see here taking crazy amounts of damage. I mean, my tank's holding. Overheated dual rep Retri is no joke in terms of tank, but the Vedmax also going to do crazy damage when it gets into close quarters and starts ramping up. You know, almost all the anchorings are down, but well, actually there are quite a few left. But it's a very sticky situation. You really want to try to be extra cautious if you get these waves. I'm pretty sure I could have survived this if I had kept my range better, maybe overheated the MWD a bit, but you can see here my tank's braking quite hard and trying to really manage the heat. There's not much heat room left. The Triglavian's damage is just going to keep going and become worse and worse. I activate my booster, burn out my armor rep, and that's pretty much the end of me, because, you know, my EHP per second is just half now, and I'm sure I got some negative effects there from that booster as well, because that's always my luck in these. I don't have the skill train that much either, but yeah, you can see here it's not going that good for me, and I'll eventually, you know, it's quite obvious what's going to happen now. Yep, there we go. Rest in peace, Retribution. But that is how I attempted to do a solo T3 in a Retribution. I was able to take out all the waves apart from this one wave, which seems to be the only one which I would have problems with. Because of the way it just tackles you. Every other wave seems to have no problems with in a solo T3 Retribution. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and if you did enjoy it, please hit a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.